Hello everyone, it's Agata here from Agata and Plum Play, and today we're going to be taking a look and having a play around with the new bank rework which can be found in the current live beta. I'll put a link to the beta in the description below. The first of the new features of the bank are our new resizing option. Those familiar with the new interface system in-game will find the same mechanics here, where you can drag the bank interface to make it as large as you wish, or make it as small as it will possibly go. Full screen bank anyone? The second feature are the tabs of the bank. In-game currently we have access to 9 different tabs, including the All tab, but with this rework it'll be expanded to 15 in total, again including the All tab. The process to create new tabs remains the same, where you drag and drop an item onto the plus tab symbol to form a new tab. The first item in that tab will be shown as the tab's icon. You can now customise that tab, giving it a name from a large list to choose from, as well as a new icon such as a scaling icon if you wished, or keep it as the default icon, which will be the first item in that tab. You can delete a tab if you wish, forcing all the items in the deleted tab to move to the All tab, or just by dragging the remaining items out of the tab to another, causes the original tab to become empty, which will automatically remove the tab. One major new feature is being able to right click on a tab and select the toggle tab position button, which will move the entire tab range from being in a horizontal format on top to a vertical line on the side if you would prefer. The amount of times I've said tab now makes it not sound like a word anymore. The search function has been upgraded to a more dynamic version, allowing you to type in the beginning letters of a search word and a list of items will appear as you type in more of the word. Alternatively, some new filter functions have been added which allows you to search for specific groups of items, such as items that can be removed to Maze Quest Caravan or Diango to save bank space, free-to-play and members-only items, all equipable items, as well as all tradable and untradeable items. There's also a filter option for placeholder items, which is a great segue into the main new feature of the bank rework. A placeholder is as it sounds. When you remove an item with the placeholder option enabled, the item's place will be saved in the bank until you return the item, which saves everything shifting in the bank and losing the item's original space. Placeholder items will take a ghost form of the item removed, so you know that space belongs to that specific item. A new toggleable option to set your bank into placeholder mode can be found in the bottom right of the bank's interface in the transfer section, or by simply pressing P whilst in the bank with always chat off. Alternatively, you can withdraw an item with the new withdraw placeholder option, which you can do with a new right click option on an item. If you did not have placeholder mode active and you removed an item, you will get a new icon up known as an empty space. This allows you to put the item back into the space or another item instead if you wished, without the bank shifting around, just so long as you don't go into another tab or leave the bank itself. If you do switch tabs or close the bank, it will cause the empty space to be removed and items in the bank will shift along, taking over that space. You can move placeholder and empty spaces around in the bank if you wish by dragging items onto them. This will force the placeholder or empty space to swap with the dragged item. You can also move an item to before or after a placeholder or empty space, which will shift them around the bank accordingly. Just another neat organisation tool. Placeholders are incredibly helpful with presets, allowing you to swap presets on the fly without messing up your bank, or even if you just wanted to dump things quickly into your bank via the empty backpack option. Here are some other notable features about the rework. You're able to control where items are deposited when you withdraw them. By clicking the backpack icon or Beast of Burden icon on the top right of the bank interface, any withdrawn items will be placed directly into your backpack or Beast of Burden respectively. Or by clicking the worn equipment icon, any items that you withdraw will automatically be equipped if they can be. You can set the bank so that it withdraws X amount of items as the default left click rather than the right click option by changing the variable in the transfer section of the bank. A worn equipment stats interface can be opened by clicking the toggle equipment stats button so you can view your combat stats related to the armour and weapons you currently have equipped. Other bank settings such as the bank pin, costume room storage and Django remains unchanged. Overall, I think this bank rework is pretty awesome. There's a lot of new features which I really like with it, but there's also some things I think could be added or improved upon. I would like to see a recolor option for the entire bank interface instead of this default light blue, which can sometimes make it difficult to see items of similar colour. I would like a toggleable option to have the bank window snap to other interfaces, similar to how the new interface system does it with other interfaces. The Withdraw X option has 2 of the same options, so for example you can see these options with Withdraw 1 and right under it there's another Withdraw 1 option. I would like to see it be clever enough to remove the same option in the list so we don't have needless excess options. Instead of having to click the icon for the backpack or worn items to have the window active, I would like to be able to double click or even have a right click option on those windows to activate them there. The worn equipment stats information should be to the side outside of the bank interface if there's space, instead of it being over the items within the bank, meaning that you can't see anything behind it. Like if you wanted to use an item that was hidden behind the opened interface, you would need to close the interface first, or move the item out of the stats interface space beforehand. I would really like the option to be able to group several items at once and drag them into a new tab instead of dragging them individually. An option to drag over and loop so many items, or even hold the shift key or similar, and click items to be moved would be incredibly handy for bulk moving items to different tabs. Speaking of tabs, I did find a bug in the beta where if you deleted a tab and then created a new one, then moved that newly created tab in amongst the others, the bank interface would get confused and act as if you didn't move the tab in the first place, so each time you clicked on a tab, it would shift over to the tab beside it. This is probably easier to see in the video than me explaining here. Finally, one last thing I absolutely want over all other fixes here is this damn annoying way the bank interface is closed when you've been in combat, but then leave it and you've gone to a bank only for something that you were attacking to die and it forces you out of the bank interface. Light Dungeons and God Wars Dungeons 2 are prime culprits of this, and it's so bloody irritating. But with all that being said, these are just my views on the bank rework, and overall I still think it's going to be a great update, one of which I'm really looking forward to. So what are your guys' thoughts about the bank rework? Have you tried the beta out yet? What do you like or even dislike about it? You can let us know down in the comments below, and I've put a link into the beta in the description if you'd like to try it out for yourself. Thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, bye for now.